Hi, I'm Jeff Kornberg, and on this episode of The Dragon's Tomb, I'm going to be teaching you how to play the Settlers of Catan. In the Settlers of Catan, gameplay is focused around an eccentric billionaire named Mr. Catan who wants to build a tower. This is Mr. Catan. Players take on the role of his servants, helping build a tower out of 5 different exotic resources. The object of the game is to be the player who completes the tower by placing the final piece, the tower hat, on top. To set up the game, separate the 5 different types of resource hexes and cards: brooms, slim jims, dryer lint, astronaut food, and fat dogs, and place them face up on the table like so. These are the exotic construction materials Mr. Catan wants you to use to build his tower. Take the number tiles and randomly assign 2 of them to each resource. Lay out 2 knight cards over each resource. Then, place 1 victory point card on top of each of the knight piles. Finally, have every player choose a color and then build a cool little fort with all their pieces. Now you're ready to start playing. The tallest person goes first. On your turn, the first thing you must do is roll the 2 dice. If both of the numbers you roll match up with the 2 numbers assigned to any one resource, you get to take one of those resource cards. For example, in this setup, if you rolled a 2 and a 6, you would pick up a Slim Jim. If you rolled a 4 and 11, you would pick up a Fat Dog. Once a player has collected 5 of any single resource, they may trade in those cards by returning the resources to its pile. If you're the first player to trade in that resource, move its hexes into the center of the table, thus building part of the tower. Then, collect the associated victory point card. When subsequent resources are traded in, the hexes are placed on top of the previous ones, building the tower higher and higher. If you trade in 5 cards of any single resource after that resource's hexes have already been added to the tower, you take a knight card instead. A knight card can be used to attack another player by throwing it at their fort. If you destroy their fort with your throw, you get to steal all of their victory point cards. However, if you accidentally knock over Mr. Catan, you immediately lose the game and must leave the room. The first player to collect all 5 victory point cards can trade them in for the tower hat. Place the tower hat on top of the completed tower. If you're the player who does that, congratulations, you've just won the game. All in all, this game is a blast to play. My only complaint would be that, towards the end of the game, the tower starts getting really tall, which can be a bit of a problem if you have a fear of heights like me. Other than that though, this game is great. Also, it comes with these 6 really cool coasters to put your drinks on.